let's all be honest here. We know that this movie was not really one of the best, or the series wasn't one of the best, and it skews a blurring. But you can't lie and tell me that they didn't come out with some, pretty dang sick soldier designs. I'm not just talking about the basic ones or the snow ones. They innovated on each of them. So am I fully happy with how Star Wars is turning out in today's day and age? Heck no. I grew up with this stuff. Star Wars is the biggest thing that made me into the nerd I am today. I mean, shoot. Freaking the clones, especially Star Wars The Clone Wars, was the main thing that I watched as a kid and that I studied, that really got me into thinking, that really got me into, getting out of my regular flow of things. So when we look at things like this, where it's like, ooh, the shows weren't good and we're stuck with it, well, we have to go, okay, if the movies and the shows weren't good, were the troops at least good? Because, in a lot of things, the troopers are the main reason why we watch it. It is a war simulation, not just a, oh, let's save the galaxy movie. And I hope that's what I can get you guys to get a second look at today. So today, as said in the short, I'm reviewing the Sith Trooper. This is my favorite First Order Stormtrooper. Main reason why is because in Star Wars Battlefront 2, the EA version, when I was playing the First Order, these guys, when they first came out, even with the nerfs and I guess you can say buffs that they have now, they are still pretty dang amazing. Now, I didn't even know that this Comic-Con set was released, so I gotta say that it was a very big pleasure and a shock to get it, because I got these two guys. My thing is that I'm a big rule of 3 with my figures. That's how I feel about Anakin and his 3 ARC troopers. So it's like with this, I would have maybe Captain Phasma or one of the other First Order troopers, like maybe the gold guy or someone else, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, then these are his bodyguards, or maybe just like the 3 most well-known guys, because once you have more than 3, then firstly, I don't have that much, shelf space, so I gotta manage it, and then I don't need a million of these troopers. If they come in boxes like these, then I would rather just get a second one of this, however, whenever, wherever, just strip this box and this stuff onto the other trooper. But before I get into the trooper itself, I will not be taking this guy out of the box. This is just such a exclusive, rare, good looking figure that I want to keep one in the box. I did not get the other 2 in the box, and there's a special edition of him chromed out. I'm not really that into the First Order Sith Troopers, and I don't need it. We really don't. We don't need a million versions of the same guy. It's just we're giving Hasbro our money for free at that point. So what I really want to show, is it worth it to just get the regular First Order Trooper, or would it be more worth it to get the Comic-Con exclusive version with his 2 regular blasters, a grapple thing, I don't even know what that's called, a freaking sword, and then the First Order LMG. That thing is nice. I also got the First Order regular Stormtrooper Assault and Heavy kit, so I will be opening that and being able to take that weapon out and some of these other ones and being able to show you guys, but for a purpose of this review, I will not be. So this is just an overview of the box. It is a very, very simple box. There's nothing special. It just has the First Order Trooper kept in there with simple rubber bands. You can take it out, but again, I'm not going to. And then we get a nice silhouette of him in the back. So in case I ever do put this guy up on the shelf without his cover, I'm probably just gonna pose him like that with these 2 guys on the side. Anyways, let's get into the figures themselves. So for personal opinion on the designs of these guys, again, they are my favorite First Order Stormtroopers. And I do know that, of course, they're Special Forces, so who wouldn't like Special Forces? But in comparison to the base one, I do have to say that they just enhance it. And they enhance it to a point of where it kind of makes sense for me, at least. Like, one of my favorite things is how they have the detailed, which I will get into later on in the review, the actual rivets that you can drag your fingernail across. There's actual texture. And then the shoulder pads on the side that have amazing detail, new added parts. The back that has just that added triangle or other small things. It's that they had the base and that they just went better with it. The guns, why I favored them a little bit much, but then especially when you get to chest armor, it looks like real body armor. The stomach looks like clone trooper armor, so it reminds me of that. And then you got ammo clips on the waist belt. Then you got the thick, smooth armored blades, and then you get to shins and stuff, and it's just, I love these guys. I love the design. It's not even a concept. I love just who they are and who they represent. Now, of course, are they on older bodies? Yes. This movie came out years ago. I don't really want to say how long, because it's like, gosh dang, Star Wars has been ruled for that long, but now it's just, especially with Kathleen Kennedy announcing her leave, I'm excited. I don't want them to retcon the armor. That's all I care about. If someone's like, yeah, the new trilogy sucked, so we're gonna kind of, erase that. I hope that they don't do that. But to get into what I was saying on top, yeah, that's actual detail. I know some of you might be saying, oh, don't do that, you're gonna damage it, you're gonna damage it. This is, the two that I have here are literally just for statue purposes to be used. The other one I will not touch, so I'm not really too big a warrior of that. But again, get into detail, amazing head sculpts, amazing all around detail. And it is a nice, bright, cherry, beautiful candy red. Oh my gosh, I know that I'm giving it a whole lot of praise, but that's just because I love it this much. And one thing that I really like is that these were the first order stormtroopers I got that, could really pose or actually interact with things on their body. Or heck, do the simple thing of actually look like special forces. And I do miss, or I do like the fact that now the knee can rotate there, because this guy could do some amazing poses if they just changed it. But if you work with it, especially because the belt is rubber, you can get some pretty nice poses better than this. I mean, heck, even posing with him, playing with him, is just a great thing. There's a nice ball joint. The head is probably the worst part, is on a single dumbbell, so you just get that. But the rest of the body makes up for it. You get a nice bend, you get a up and down wrist, and then you get a palm in the back of hand joint as well. You get a nice, but a little bit loose chest torso. It also rotates, but then it feels like the plastic in there is straining, so ain't that good a deal, but whatever. Going out, he can almost do the splits, which is something that a lot of troopers can't do, even the clones of today, unfortunately. Thing does have a nice, thick, strong thigh swivel, and I do like these knees. You do have to work with it very much so to get the full range of motion, but even just at one joint you can get that far. Now 2 joints, you can have him kicking his butt without a problem. And then just a simple foot, there is some twists, but of course due to limitations you have to work with it. But again, it is there, and it is very possible to get some amazing poses with them. Now for the rifles, they come with 2, so they come with the regular stormtrooper one, but with an enhanced muzzle and no stock, which is a little weird, but I get it. It's to each their own, and it has amazing detail. Nice silver up top, red and black details all around, and then just again an enhanced nozzle. Then on the second one, this is more of their iconic weapon, one that they use in Battlefront 2 to really lay down some heavy fire, and I gotta say that this one is cool. It's just a shame that they don't come with a bigger hand to hold this giant thing of a gun, but it's like, could you easily just warp the hand and do it? Yeah. I mean, would that permanently kind of make him only be able to use this one? Yeah. Then they both do have tabs which let slide into the leg. And it is a really simple thing. You just literally put it in. Of course, I've taken them out both of them. So is it the strongest connection? No, but it's still pretty dang good. Anyways, in this review, would I recommend them? Heck to the yes, without a shadow of a doubt. These are some of the least expensive Black Series figures out there, and also it's just that the First Order is not really loved. So if you wanted to get some First Order, I recommend you get them now before they hopefully turn them into actual good enemies. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. God bless, and I will see you next time. Peace.